Welcome to Feature Friday, once again, where we're exploring all the cool functions of our Roof Wizard software. I'd like to continue the series of videos exploring some of the less used functions of our Modify Roof menu. Now, most of the functions that you'll use on a regular basis are available from the icon menu, but there's a whole bunch more hidden away under the text menu, things that you may not use all that often. So most often, the easy one is extending the ridge to make a gable end, or make a gable end on each end. But then maybe I want to turn that gable end into what we call a ship's gable. Well, that's not on this menu, so we go Modify Roof, and we select the option Ship's Gable. So I'm going to extend the the ridge line so it's out here somewhere, and that will create a look at it from the right view. You see how the gable has been raked outwards. And we go back to our plan view. Another function that you'll occasionally want to use is what we call the Layback Gable. So maybe we'll go 1500 each side, and we want the new part of the roof to be 45 degrees, and we hit OK, and it builds it. So what does that look like when it's at home? Turn that around and see what we've got. Easy. Back to our plan view. Something else that you might have used a lot but not understood what it's capable of doing. If we use the Dutch gable function on that ridge line, extending from that edge, the usual approach is that it extends the distance halfway up and will create a Dutch gable. But what if we told that to be, say, minus 1200, and we hit OK, builds it down the roof, quick as a flash. Another one which is pretty rarely used, but I had a call just the other day about this one, a function called Highlight. So if we select that ridge line, read the prompts, it's telling you what to do. It wants to know, do you want to extend the highlight roof from this roof plane? I'm going to say yes to that. I want it to be 1500 along the ridge. The width of it, let's make that say 2500. The depth of it is 1 meter. And I'm not going to have an offside. I'm going to have it just on one side. And we hit OK, and it builds it. But what about if we had a highlight that actually went over and across? So let's go, it'll extend from that one again. Maybe it goes over, what was the other one? It's 1 meter. So I'll go the same distance on the other side and at the same slope. So we hit OK, and it builds that. Wow. So what have we done on here? We've done hip to gable, ship's gable, layback gable, a highlight with no side, and a highlight with an offside, and a Dutch gable down the roof. So there's a lot going on, and the best part about all of that is that as the software builds the geometry, it knows what all those features are, and it automatically adds the appropriate line type to it. And in the event, if this was actually sealed off with glass around it, you might not have an apron there, or you might not have a gable there. So just double click the line and delete all those, and we're going to change that to, say, a barge or a step. Let's put a step there. So we'll put a step flashing there. So even though sometimes you might disagree with what it comes up with, don't panic. It allows you to change it to whatever you need the geometry to be. Okay, so yeah, that's about it for our Feature Friday for this week. Lots of cool functions there. I'll explore more in coming days, and we'll see what we can do. Well, that's it for Feature Friday for this week. Have a great weekend, and we'll speak to you again soon on Feature Friday. Bye for now.